Well, folks, here we again for the weekly forecast, and it's the weekend, so what do we have? Yet another system moving through the state, and this one is a really whopper of a storm system with the heavy snowfall, blizzard-like conditions. This has been a regular occurrence now for 6 straight weeks, and unfortunately, when we look out in the future, we got another event coming next weekend. But in the meantime, this storm system is producing significant snow across most of the northern plains, blizzard conditions across the same areas. This is expected to slide over into the Great Lakes region. We're looking at many areas that are looking at 6+ inches with up to 2 foot of snow in isolated locations in the northern plains and the Great Lakes. So it looks like for these areas of the country, planting is going to be delayed for quite a bit. Now here in Nebraska, with the soil temperatures warm enough, we should see some pretty fast melt once this system passes through us, and I suspect a good majority of the snow will be gone in the next few days. So let's take a look at the upper air models and see what we would expect as we go through this period. And here's this big upper air low and the big energy moving up on the east side of it up toward the Great Lakes, pushing all that heavy moisture into Michigan and the eastern Corn Belt. Surface low to our east, circulating that moisture all around it with high pressure filtering in. And as the day progresses, that snow band will move toward the Great Lakes, heavy precipitation all the way up the eastern seaboard. Low really deepens over the Ohio River Valley on Sunday, and we are looking at widespread significant moisture to the east of us as cool high pressure moves in. And we'll have a nice day tomorrow, although it'll be cooler than normal with the snow cover around. And there will be some flurry activity across the northern plains, but I think most of this is probably overdone in the northern plains. Then as we get into Monday, temporary ridging, but notice another system trying to dig into the southwest and moving toward the northeast, but we will be under the high pressure influence. It'll be moving to the east, and that'll put us on the backside, giving us a little bit of gradual warm up, but we're still going to be below normal in terms of temperatures. And then on Tuesday, this system starts to come out, but it starts to weaken somewhat, and it looks like there's not going to be a lot of moisture with the system because it's moving so fast. So even though we're showing a low pressure system up here in northeastern portions of Kansas, it'll rapidly move toward the east. And we'll see a little bit of sprinkle activity, but I don't really think we're going to deal with anything significant on this system. And then as it passes through to us, we'll see a brief cool down as we go through the day Wednesday, but you'll notice that ridging was starting to build behind it. There is showing some surface low down in the Texas Panhandle, but we don't have to worry much with this moisture. I think that this is probably well overdone. I think more of the heavier precipitation will be up into the upper Midwest instead over northeastern portion of the state. And then on Thursday, high pressure starts to build in. We're going to start to see our temperatures rebound. We may get close to normal across the southern half of the state if the snow cover is completely gone. Most of the precipitation will stay to our west, and by the time we get into the day on Friday, we'll see this low pressure system starting to wrap up, and this is going to bring a big fetch of moisture up into the central plains. Low pressure over west central, southwestern Kansas will help pump that moisture in the lower levels up into our region. We're looking at widespread thunderstorm development, and we may be looking at potential severe weather outbreak with this system. All the cold air will remain well to our north, so this looks to be primarily a liquid equivalent event. And then as we look out forward in time, next Thursday to the following Tuesday, because of this system and the cloudy, rainy conditions, we will be a little bit below normal with the worst of it to our north. And in terms of the precipitation, with that system, we would expect widespread moisture across the entire Corn Belt.